Hi there. This is just a super simple tutorial for how to replace the wick and the flint in your Zippo lighter. It's probably what's going wrong with your lighter if you've tried adding more lighter fluid and it just won't light. I love using a Zippo for several reasons. One, because I don't have to buy a new lighter every time, one of the little disposables runs out. But also it's just like better for the environment because you're reusing it, and it's also a new accessory. So there are just a couple things that you'll need to do this. Your Zippo lighter. You'll need a replacement wick and replacement flints. I got both of these on Amazon. They were pretty inexpensive. And the nice thing about the flints is they come in a set of 6, so that'll last you a really long time. You'll also need some lighter fluid, and I like a little tool. I just have some round nose pliers. You can do it with your hands. I just prefer it because I just got my nails done. So let's get started. So I just have a very basic brushed gold standard Zippo. I actually do have a little bit of wick left, as you can see, but I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it since I'm replacing my flint. So you're just gonna pull out your insert. This is what the bottom should look like. Although I've also seen old Zippos that are missing this bottom part, and you can still use it. So you're gonna go ahead and unscrew your flint. You can use a penny if yours is tough, but mine is pretty loose. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that out and set it aside. And then I'm gonna take off this little filter and remove all of my cotton. I like to use my tool for this, but again, you can use your fingers. So I'm just gonna remove all of my cotton. You can leave, if you have a little piece here, you can feel free to leave that in. It's really not gonna get in the way of replacing your wick. So then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the wick from the inside. So this is what was remaining of my wick. Again, I probably could have used it for a couple more months, but I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it since I'm replacing my flint. So your new wick will look like this. I like to just twist one of the ends a little bit so that it's easier to poke through the hole. And all you have to do to replace your wick is push it through the top. There's like a little hole in the center here, and you're just gonna push it down. You're gonna wanna leave a little bit out, but it doesn't have to be a ton, but something like that would be just fine. And then you're gonna coil the rest of your wick just inside so that it's sitting something like that. And you can go ahead and start replacing all of your cotton. Your cotton really just is there to hold your lighter fluid, so it doesn't have to be in any particular way. And really, the more shoved in, the better, because the more lighter fluid it'll hold. And then you can go ahead and put this little filter back on so that it looks like this. So then you're gonna go ahead and replace your flint. So the flint comes on this little wheel. You just kind of twist the wheel until it's facing down. It'll grab one of the flints, and then you'll twist the wheel to get it out. And it can be kind of tricky sometimes, but you wanna be really careful with it because the flint can go flying. So you kind of move the wheel a little bit like that, and as you saw, my flint went flying. So you're gonna grab your little flint, and you're just gonna put it in this little hole, the screw hole. So you can just drop that in there, and then you'll take your spring and screw, and it'll just follow. It's a little bit tougher to get the screw in than it was to take it out, but if you push it down, it'll catch. And then you can screw it all the way back in. And then you'll just flip this up and you'll fill it with lighter fluid. It'll probably need a good amount if yours is as dry as mine was. So then you can place this back in, make sure it's secure. And then remember that your wheel will always face the outside when you're replacing it into the cover. And there you go. So that's all you have to do to replace your wick and your flint. It's super simple, and let me know if you have any questions.